Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. Today we will learn how to make this fun cool earrings. As you can see, they are very pretty and it has three components to it, and I have added some crystals and some seed beads and some pearls here. So you can use any kind of beads you want, and we need some ear wires and some links and stuff. So we are going to do everything from scratch for these earrings. I want to explain everything in detail. If you like these earrings, you can go ahead and buy them at my Etsy shop. I will leave a link down below in the description box, and then you can purchase it from there. So today, this is my inspiration, and these are special kind of check glass 6 odd beads. So they are very pretty, and so I wanted to highlight that bead. I'm not having a lot of beads in that, so I'm using only 3 of those beads, and I'm using these 3 6 odd brown silver lined beads, and then I'm using a pearl, um, but they are 6 millimeters, so I'm adding 2 transparent 6 odd beads as an assortments. So these are the links that we are going to make and a jump ring too. I want to show you guys how to make exactly everything. For this particular um, thing, we need to measure about 7 inches of wire. I have here some 18 gauge wire. It's a soft wire, so I'm straightening the wire out, and I am gonna use my, and this is the pliers that we want. I think these are looping pliers, I'm not so sure, but these are from Bead Landing. So we need that, and then we need wire cutters, nylon jaw pliers, etc. So we need at least 7 centimeter of wire. So we'll take a 7 centimeter, and we need three. We are going to make 3 components of this. So we need 7 inches, 7 inches for each earring. So we need totally 6. We already made one, so we need 5 more. Let's just cut 5 more of this. 7 inches. We have 3, and this is 4 and 5. So let's make these first. First of all, we want to make sure we have a flush cut on both ends. So I'm just gonna flush cut both the end of the wire so that it's nice and even to work with. So we will have some of these remainings of the wire that you have to discard. So first of all, what we will do is we will make a loop. So here I'm just bending a little bit, and using my round nose pliers I'm making a basic loop. There we go, our loop is done. Now all you need to do is add these beads. Once you add, make sure your wire is straight and not crooked, and which in my case is a little bit crooked. I don't know why. I did straighten my wire, but still after putting the beads it looked crooked. So I'm just seeing now it's fine. Now all you need to do is take this pliers and keep it right on top like this, actually like this. So this space we need to wrap, so I'm leaving that much space and bending the wire like this. Then the largest mandrel on this looping pliers, I'm keeping it in between, and then I'm just going to come around like this. So this is what we have so far, but I want you guys to hold this, reposition this pliers again and insert it into the round shape, and then kind of close it like that. So we have a complete loop. There we go. Now what we can do is, once you have the complete loop, you can go ahead and wrap this around, then adjust it a little bit excuse me, and then snip it off the excess, and then tuck in the tail. And if you want to adjust the round a bit, this is the time you can do that. Here we go. We did our 2 rounds of this special check glass bead, and then for the next one we snip off and flush cut ends. Then what we will do is, we'll go ahead and use our round nose pliers to make a loop. So we'll bend the wire properly this time, and then make sure the loop is nice and on the top, which I think for this it is. Let's go ahead and add these transparent seed beads, the pearl and the seed bead, all 3 of them. And the same thing this time, I want to keep the round nose pliers and bend the wire. Because I don't want that much of a loop to go around. I'll just adjust my, so that you guys can see better. There we go. We don't need these anymore. And the nylon jaw pliers, it's also not needed. Not needed. So then what we have to do is, we have to take this pliers and keep it over there, and just keep it in the middle, then loop it around this pliers nice and tight, and reposition your pliers and get it all the way around like that, and then take it off. We have our perfect round. Now we need to do is, we need to take our needle nose pliers or tweezer nose pliers, whichever you have, doesn't matter. Hold this round and then make this wrap. Tuck in the tail, and if the loop is a little bit off, you can always go ahead and put it in the mandrel and shape it again. So that's done. So we have one set here, and for the another set, I think this one is a little bit bigger. No, it just looks bigger because this is a smaller bead and that's a bigger bead, so it just looks bigger. So let's just go ahead and do the rest of the things too. So we shall bend the wire and make the loop, and make sure the loop is nice and it just sits on top. Now we will add this brown beads, seed beads, 6R silver line seed beads, and then keep it right here, and put it in the center and wrap it around, then reposition it and wrap it around completely, and then make sure it's round and nice and round. Then you can take it off of the pliers. Those pliers are a little bit heavy, and hold the round shape and then make your wrap. There we go. Tuck in the tail nicely because we don't want any pokey ends. So that's done for this pair. And now we will do for this one. Snip off and flush cut the ends and bend the wire, make a basic loop. Now add these beads. Then put it in the middle and make the loop around. Now you can reposition your pliers and make this loop go all the way around, as you can see, and make sure that it's round in shape, and you can remove it from the pliers, and we have the round shape. Hold it with your tweezer nose or flat nose pliers or round nose pliers, whichever you have in hand, and then do the wrap. Tuck in the tail, and there we go. We did this one and the final one. So I'm trimming off the ends so that it's flush cut. Then I'm bending it to a 90-degree angle and then making my loop, adding my seed beads. You can use any kind of beads you want, and you don't even have to use the this pliers. You can use any shape, like a round shape things. For example, you can even use a wooden dowel for to make the round, or you can use a pen or a marker. So whichever size you want, you can wrap it around that. It's of no problem with all of those things. So you don't have to have these pliers. So, and put it in the middle and wrap it around. Reposition your pliers and make sure the round goes completely, and take it off. And now all you need to do is hold it with your pliers and make the wrap. And now you have to tuck in your tail, and we have our loops done. So we did it on both. So I would suggest whichever shape you guys want. Means you can juggle around, you can put this in the middle and this on the side, whichever looks fine for you guys, you can do that. And for this we need 3 centimeter, 2.2 centimeter and 1.5 centimeter. So let's go ahead and cut those measurements right here. Once again, we will use 18 gauge wire and dead soft wire, and then I will flush cut the ends and measure. So 3, 3, and then flush cut the ends, then 2. If it's little bit more, that's fine, but 2, not a lot more. And then we need um, some jump rings, but we will cut some 1.5 first, and then that's a 1.5. Then we need some for the jump rings. We will make all of these and then go for the jump rings. We'll clean up a bit. So many bits and pieces of wire, just be careful. So we have our 3 measurements right here. So the first one, let's just make the first one first. I will take a small mandrel round nose pliers, and then I will bend it at a 90-degree angle and make my loop. We don't want a really small loop. We need a decent size loop. Actually, it's very small, so let's go ahead and make this big. There we go, that's perfect. And now the other side to a mirror image. So I bend it this way and then bring the ends together in a loop, and see this loop is going that side and that loop is going this side. So that we are done with this. But if you can see, there's a little bit of a difference, so I wanted to address that. And I will just snip off a little bit more wire and make my loop a little bit bigger and adjust it to the size. Still this is bigger, so let's just snip off more and do it like that and straighten that out. And let's see if it is, yeah, that's more or less the same size. So this is 1.5. It's a little bit more, but it's okay. So make a loop like a P, and then do the same this side too. And see if it matches. It does. Let's do the 1.5. Make a loop like a P. Let's do a little bit bigger loop. And then the other side. So there we have our 8 one. So all are done. So we have our 3 things. Now what we shall do is we shall make the jump ring. So for the jump ring also, you can use this mandrel and make the jump ring. So all you need to do is hold on to this and just rotate this. I'm working out of a spool because it's easier for me to work. So all we need is just 2 jump rings. So this much coil is enough, and then take it off. As you can see how it is, and just snip this end off. So we have like a little bit of a coil right here. So first thing, I will go ahead and flush cut this end because it's tapering, and then I'll go ahead and snip off where it started, and then again flush cut this a bit, and then go ahead and snip this off. After it's a one round thing, I'll snip it off. I need only 2 jump rings, so I am stopping it here, but you can still get one more jump ring or use this as a split ring for your projects. So this is our jump ring right here, and they will close pretty much good. So all you need to do is now stamp all of these so that we can start our project. So for stamping, we need our bench block and the hammer. So first this will be a little bit loud, excuse me for that. That's it, it'll open up but still we can close. Go ahead and do this. These jump rings are done, and all of these components needs to be done, so go ahead and do that. And these, and that one is done. Now we shall go ahead and hammer this round thing too, but just put the beads on the side so that you don't hit the beads, and then just gently tap tap tap. And you can also use this and put hammer design on your rounds. As you can see, it looks pretty, so I like that look. So after you hammer it down, then you can go ahead and do this with the other end of your hammer. You can just stomp it and then get this cool effect. You can do the same here. And then hammer it. Two more to go. And the last one. There we go. We are done hammering. Now we need to assemble it. But before assembling, we need ear wires for these. You can use store-bought ear wires, which I have. I think I do have some. So let's just go ahead and see if I have some ear wires. I do have some ear wires right here. There we go. And now we can open up our ear wires and finish this earring off. So first of all, this jump ring, we will try to close this. As you can see, it's good. So now you open this. Whichever way you want to add these, you can do it, but make sure that you have a hammered side and you have a non-hammered side. Just make sure you align all of those together, and this is the pattern I want. And now you can add your ear wire too with this jump ring, and then take another needle nose pliers or flat nose pliers or whatever you have in hand to close this jump ring. So when you close the jump ring, go back and forth and make sure there is a tick, and that's about it. This way you can join this too. With these components, I want to show you guys one more way. This way, if you join, it just stands abrupt, so it doesn't flow nicely. So I'll show you guys one more way, so that you know the difference of this these small components that we have made. So open up the jump ring, add all your components of the earring. This one I think has to go like this. Just make sure you have a hammered side with there we go. Okay, now also I made a mistake. So all you need to do is open up these first, add your components. So this one I want it for the brown seed bead, so I'm adding it to the brown seed bead here. So this is why I came up with these components, otherwise we don't need the component. We can just add it to the ear wire, to the jump ring directly. And with this is being the smallest, I want to add, no, medium size one, I want to add this with this. So the S shaped hook is with this, and the biggest or the longest one will have the pearl. So here we go. So we have attached all of these. Now time for the jump ring. First we will take this one and add it. Okay, and now this one, add it, and this one we will add this one this side actually. Then finally we will add our ear wire, and then we'll close our jump ring. There we go. See how nicely it's flowing, the design. And this one is like all over the place kind of. But if you like the look, go ahead and do that, or else you can add this thing to this and it'll be done. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like my videos, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon to get more notifications, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and have a good evening. Bye.